From puzzlers to shooters, the best iOS games offer something for everybody. If you are searching for a fun game to play on your Apple phone, these handpicked favorites games represent the popular and niche titles that you should be playing right now. Before we dive in, welcome to the Clash of Games, the largest YouTube channel for mobile gaming. In every video, we always bring something more entertaining for you. So if you want to be a part of the vast entertainment world, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Mobile gaming is all about comfort and quick dopamine hits after all. So you've got to sort through a lot of titles to find the most excellent iOS games. Luckily, we have done all the work for you, coming up with a list of the best iOS games you can download right now. Number 16. Minecraft. The world's most famous game probably doesn't need an introduction, but in case it does, it's a sandbox where you'll be able to make anything you can imagine, either in freeform creative mode or in a more game survival mode that hurls in some awful creatures to battle. Its simple controls have made it such a hit. This download is a fabulous fit for iPhones. Number 17. Mobile Legends. Mobile Legends is a versatile MOBA. Think League of Legends or Dota 2. For those unfamiliar with the genre, there are multiplayer online battle arenas where you and your partners choose from a roster of heroes and set out to guard your base while ensuring the whole obliteration of the enemy base. They require technique, team coordination, mechanical skill, and knowledge of a broad library of heroes, items, and abilities. Mobile Legends is a free-to-play game available on iOS. Once you've downloaded the game, it'll take you through a brief tutorial that will guide you on how to explore the map, use your abilities, and buy items. That's very simple. Number 18. Monument Valley. Monument Valley might be the most popular mobile game of all time. It's a monstrously clever puzzler and takes place in situations that draw inspiration from Escher. You spin towers and other objects to make pathways that you have to navigate to reach the end of each level. Monument Valley is one of the best games for kids because it boosts their thinking abilities by solving puzzles. Number 19. Odmar. Peruse the compiled list of the best iOS games and you'll find a bounty of great platformers that originated on other systems. But Odmar was made entirely for smartphones, and it proves. The touch controls and the interface of this game are super smooth, and the funny story about a Viking out to prove his worth adds some welcome levity to the frequently tense and unhinged gameplay. If there's a Valhalla for mobile games, undoubtedly, Odmar has earned a place there. Number 20. Old School Runescape. Old School Runescape is an everlasting, ever-evolving adventure that you shape. Players learn their skills in RuneScape through training. In the game, you can train to pick up levels to gain experience and gain capabilities. For example, when players select to train woodcutting, they gain experience as they cut down trees. As players level up, they can cut down bigger and bigger trees, giving them more experience and faster granted leveling. This cycle does not wrap up until players reach level 99 in a skill. Number 21. Plague Inc. Are you looking for a timely game? For the past year and a half, they do not get much timelier than Plague Inc. In this 99-cent strategy game, you create disease and then spread it throughout the world until the entire humanity ends. Of course, the concept was already grim when Endemic debuted Plague Inc. way back in 2012. Still, it's taken on new relevance with an update that reflects how false information can accelerate the spread of a virus. Number 22. Pokemon Go. Was it ever in any doubt? Pokemon Go may not be the first location-based game on iOS, but it's undoubtedly the greatest. It permits you to catch your favorite Pokemon while living your ordinary life. You could be on your way to grab a latte from Starbucks when Charmander jumps out of a bush near you. That's just a small of the fun that Pokemon Go offers, but it has more than that. Number 23. PUBG Mobile. If you're looking for a mobile game to play with your favorite people, look no further than PUBG Mobile. This multiplayer shooter lets you play with single or multiplayer friends over a wide assortment of game modes and gives a beautiful feature-complete version of a hit battle royale shooter with streamlining for the little screen. The iOS version of PUBG Mobile is all the more surprising for running a heck of a lot more smoothly than its PC and console counterpart. Here you will find recognizable maps like Arangel and Vikendi, but a map called Levik is made particularly for phones. You can appreciate the game broadly without spending a dime if you prefer. Number 24. Reigns, Game of Thrones. Reigns, Game of Thrones slaps a popular license on now familiar Tender Meats kingdom management larks from the initial Reigns. You tend to be the needs and desires of your subjects and foes, keeping the armed force, church, people, and bank happy. Flick cards left or right, and your endorsement ratings change accordingly, and some of the time, unpredictably. Quests and themes run throughout, providing astounding depth given the basic nature of your interactions. The graphics are awesome, although the game is more enjoyable if you are a fan of the TV show on which it's based. But even if you are a newcomer, this Reigns is fun. You will see how far you can get into its complex narrative before being brutally taken down by any number of enemies. Number 25. Roblox. Prefer making your own games to playing them? Roblox would like a word. This game maker or community space lets you make your own customizable avatar and go absolutely wild, joining your companions in games. Roblox grew from obscurity into a gaming juggernaut, culminating in a multi-billion-dollar public stock offering. In addition, due to the platform's cutesy design and the freedoms it provides to players, Roblox has become a standout hit among children. Number 26. Slay the Spire. It took an absolute age to make it mobile, but it's better late than never. Slay the Spire is the classic card battling roguelike, which challenges you to attempt to take one of the different characters to the top of the eponymous spire. In Slay the Spire, the player, through one of 4 characters, attempts to ascend a spire of multiple floors, created through procedural generation, battling through enemies and bosses. Combat takes place through a collective card game-based system, with the player gaining new cards as rewards from combat and other means, requiring the player to use strategies of deck-building games to construct an effective deck to complete the climb. Number 27. Stardew Valley. Ever wish Harvest Moon was available on mobile? Well, wish no longer, as that's viably what Stardew Valley is. Build up your own farm, explore and fight through dungeons, and get romantic with the local people. Stardew Valley has the choice for both split-screen local co-op and online multiplayer co-op. Players can marry each other in Stardew Valley co-op, but it's basically a late-game endeavor. For 2 players to get married in Stardew Valley, one has to buy a wedding ring crafting recipe from the traveling cart to get 500 gold. After acquiring the recipe, the thing can be crafted with 5 iridium bars and 1 prismatic shard. After crafting a wed ring, one can deliver it to another to propose. If the second player accepts, the wedding will take place. It's lovely dramatic. Number 28. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is at its supreme, an RPG by the experts of the genre at the time. It was the first Star Wars game that truly made you feel as if you were living in George Lucas's universe. It offered an unparalleled choice when it came to directing your character's story and personality, and felt like a mind-blowing extension of the Star Wars universe at a time when the franchise still felt like there were corners of the legend yet to be explored. Number 29. Subway Surfers. One of the greatest mobile games of all time has absolutely dominating the unending runner space of mobile, even spawning its own animated series. Subway Surfers first hit our mobile phones in 2012. Since then, it's been downloaded billions of times. There are missions, seasons classes, and plenty of new characters to collect. As of right now, there are over 20 interesting characters and 20 different boards. Score boosters are imperative to achieve a highly competitive score. You can travel the same distance, but only get a division of the points without a score multiplier. Each day there are free crates, keys, and more waiting for you to collect. This is one of my favorite games, and I'm addicted to playing it too. Number 30. The Room: Old Sins. Our last pick, and undoubtedly one of the best puzzlers on mobile, The Room: Old Sins, challenges you to create a variety of brain-tangling challenges in dazzling environments. Of course, it's a little bit spooky for good measure, too. The game makes the story more detailed than that, but the Room's storyline is its least interesting aspect. Instead, the fun comes from the hours of puzzles and challenges required to break open the safe, coupled with the game's delightfully creepy ambiance. There is a lot to like about the room. The game's graphics are perfectly drawn. The three-dimensional faux room and the safe it contains looks incredible and is fun to explore. And the soundtrack effects set a mood not very of fear, but something entertainingly off-putting about the experience. But of course, all that fabulous mood setting and imagery wouldn't amount to much were it not for the intuitive gameplay. You will need to navigate around the room to unearth discoveries. But goodness, this table leg can also unscrew to reveal a hidden key. This apparently plain panel veils a tappable portion to access another section, and tapping these buttons in the right order will open a secret drawer. So what are you waiting for? Go and expose the secret! So guys, what would you think was your favorite game? Feel free to mention your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Clash of Games. And if you want to hear more from us, thank you for being with us. Survivor!